we'll be getting things underway. It's going to be Epsilon Gorilla versus DrErhano in this second quarter-final. Non-stop action here at the Gfinity Arena in the Play Like a Legend Championships. Now, didn't actually get a chance to see what kind of teams, well, the teams haven't really changed. I don't think anyone would make any changes to their starting lineup, but we'll see a very similar team from what they had. Obviously, quite a few legends in Gorilla's team. DrErhano, I think, has also got quite a few well-known players into his squad as well. So I think, for me, this game plan, you kind of want to... The way to play against someone like Epsilon Gorilla is to kind of counter... You've got two options. You can either counter-attack their aggressive nature, or you can hit their aggression with more aggression. I don't know how you feel about it, probably being the more expert of anyone on this panel so far.
It's difficult to assess what you're going to do against a player. Like, even now, if you look at how many players Spencer's put in,
and he's hit the
one
post
chance already. Like, you could be that aggressive person, but it means committing the players. If you're not clinical, you don't score them goals, Spencer's going to come to the other end and score instead.
Would you say that's the reason why the aggressive nature works for Spencer? Because he's clinical. He's more clinical at putting those chances away.
Yeah, he knows the angles in which to shoot. A lot of people take risks. They don't wait for the ball to settle and take the shots. And unfortunately, that doesn't have a good success rate. Whereas what Spencer does, and if you see the way Spencer doesn't take risks, doesn't score amazing goals, and he makes sure that it's going to be a figure rather than a nice-looking goal.
It might be the case here, but last season he scored some absolute bangers, I will say. But in fairness, he was up by quite a few goals when he did go for those bangers. Like, he scored a couple of free kicks from about 30, 40 yards. He scored a couple of long ranges as well, scored some nice skill goals. So he's definitely got those in his locker when he feels like it. But obviously, as you said, he's very, very calculated about what he wants to do. He doesn't tend to mess about too much. He wants to get the result in the bag, and then he'll start, maybe showboating a little bit more. Although last season we did have the goal of the tournament competition going on, so I think he was more trying to win himself a little bit extra cash.
Did he win it?
No, Brian won it, I think, with an absolute belter with Leroy Fur. In the final, though, it was in the final against Ty Walton, and then it was just unbelievable, like 35 yards or something like that with Leroy Fur. It was amazing. So, Spencer's seems to have settled down a little bit more, pinging that ball over to Neymar. Neymar's not going to be able to track that one. DrErhano calms the play down. In the wise option, it looks like he is going to try and kill the game off against someone like Spencer, really try and frustrate him. I mean, Spencer does strike me as that kind of guy who will get too aggressive at some situations. That might come back to bite him in the backside if he isn't careful about his players being dragged out too far.
Yeah, if you look at the way Spencer changes his players around, he actually resets them quite a lot. Like, even on goal kicks, he'll manually change the player and move him into a certain position to mark out the attack. Second guessing the opponent, but nothing much has happened this game apart from Spencer hitting the post.
DrErhano plays it down the wing.
He's been very cautious as well, is the Doctor.
Well, I think he knows if he commits too far, he's putting himself in a situation that can be very hard to get out of, considering how aggressive Gorilla plays forward. He does find Neymar in the end from the loose ball. He tucks it away. That's 1-0 to Huge Gorilla to start things off. It was very fortunate. I think DrErhano is going to be a little bit upset with himself. The ball trickled through that player's legs and then again went through Boateng in the end to find Neymar. But there you go. Gorilla 1-0 up in this series.
Yeah, Gorilla knew what was going to happen then with the loose ball. Obviously, his player was first to react and then puts him straight for own goal. And it's 1-0. Are you thinking going to be a high-scoring one, or...?
I could see it being a decent amount of scoring. I'd be surprised if there was more than 5 goals, though. I think there's going to be a bundle of goals, but nothing more than 5 for me. I don't really know what the score could be. I think DrErhano's got a goal or 2 in him. If he plays well like this, he's playing it very calm and collected. If he can continue that, he could definitely break down Spencer. He's just got to be patient about his play.
Yeah, Shen referee doesn't want him to get the ball forward.
Could have been hired out by Spencer. It's all that money that he won last year. He's put it to good use this year. There you go. Be a throw on coming out. He's going to find Alaba there on the overlap. Once again, going out. I played with Butragueno in the draft. He was an absolute god. He just scored the most ridiculous goals.
He's like Weah. I think Spencer's got a love affair with Weah. Very good player. Good at finishing. Strong as well.
Yeah.
And fast, and that's what you need on the attack. Butragueno is very small though, have you noticed?
He's a bit Messi-esque in some ways. He just seems to glide through people. He's not strong, but he just seems to. I don't know if it's a low center of gravity that just seems to make him glide through people. He doesn't necessarily outstrength them, but he just maneuvers his way past people, which you might not be so used to. And then there were just situations where I'd be in front of goal and. Yeah, I don't think he's going to put that through. It'd be the smallest of gaps, and he'd just find it and put it in the back of the net. And he was. I think he scored 2 goals for me in the draft final. I've only played like 1 draft final. I won it, and he was the reason I won it majorly. Him and Martial up front.
Martial, no, he's a player. Surprised I've not seen him used at this event, but a lot of people seem to go the highest rated strikers.
Oh, see what happens here, Ramos. Going to take this free kick short. DrErhano not had too much to say for himself in the attacking front. Has played a solid game so far, apart from the 1 goal that, arguably was unfortunate to concede in the end. Gorilla's just playing that one up the field.
He's held possession well. He's not done much with the possession.
Yeah.
But obviously Spencer's built for the counter-attack. And
yeah, well, you can see the amount of players, the amount of green players in the middle of the pitch right now. And there aren't too many blue players. So he's playing a lot of wing play, but every time he does, he ends up coming inside and he's got no one there to help and support him. So he's only getting as far as, I would say, probably the last quarter of the pitch, and then the ball just gets intercepted.
Yeah. He's not taking risks yet, isn't Doctor, because it's the first leg. It's the first half of the first leg as well.
Yeah.
So there's no point in taking the risk. Holding 60, was that 61% possession?
61% possession. So he's got hold of the ball when he needs to. It's just about making something happen with that possession that he's got.
Yeah, Spencer making a substitution as well. Griezmann off and Ronaldo on. Nice person to bring as a sub in it, Ronaldo.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Ronaldo was the go-to player last year. Well, in most years, it's been the go-to player for a lot of players. He's just a complete player in FIFA. So I'm surprised he's not actually starting him on his starting lineup. So he is going to bring on as a super sub and see how that works out for him. Maybe he can get himself a little bit more going up front. Get himself a goal. Because to be fair to him, apart from when he hit the post and that, well, we'll say fortunate goal for him, hasn't actually done a lot himself up front.
No, there's not really been many chances in this game as a whole. Very tight. Be nice to see, well, be nice to commentate on like a 6-goal thriller, wouldn't it? like Spencer's previous game, but it's going to be very different when it comes to...
Well, that last game was... That last game made me want to change my underwear. It was that exciting. Ball's pinged up the field. Ronaldo chasing it down. Marcos is going to see that one out. Ramos picks it up. On the turn, Carlos Tevez coming on.
Yeah, he was 2-0 down against Harry, wasn't he? And he brought on Tevez, and Tevez scored the brace to equalise it up again. So he must trust him. And he's 1-0 down. He needs someone to get that goal.
What is he, 86 on this game?
Yeah, still quite high rated, even for the league he's gone to. I don't think he'll be that next FIFA, but while he's 86 on this one, he may as well take advantage.
See, that Tevez can be the factor. I love seeing a new player. To my eyes in this. And it is, I suppose his first tournament's about kind of finding out a meta on what is the best players. Obviously, these guys will play each other. They'll have an idea of what's a good player to play with. And you were talking about how you're going to let the pros kind of figure out what's the best combination of players to go with, and then, go from there instead of figuring it out for yourself. But it's always nice to kind of see these guys pull out some new players, try something different, see what they're comfortable with, and that's the best part about Ultimate Team, is go with what you're comfortable with. George Best rockets that off the underside of the bar. Well put by him. Great possessional play. Finds that one small opportunity, and that's another thing that I don't see a lot of people doing this weekend so far, is get that little opportunity to have a shot, just take it. And I think maybe Spencer was like, okay, I haven't had too many opportunities to break him down fully. Let's have a shot and see what happens. George Best, obviously with that great shooting of his, puts it into the corner of the net, and there you go.
2-0 up, yeah. Nice little finish as well from George Best. Only the third time he's been through as well at his defence, and he actually decided to take a risk for a change.
I think that, yeah, sometimes it might be something guilty that pro players are guilty of, is not actually taking the shot when they could do, and instead are just too reluctant to. They want the perfect opportunity and the perfect shot, when sometimes, you know, FIFA is that kind of game where you could just take those shots there. He goes for it. George Best again with the second goal. It's 3-0 here. And I think Spencer's probably found the magic key to open this deadlock properly.
Shooting outside the area seems to be working for him at the moment.
Yeah, well, if you get that opportunity, why not have a go? He's definitely got the players to be able to pull that one out. Maybe it's something that DrErhano can take under his belt and put into his own game.
So we asked for the goals, we got the goals. And now Doctor just needs to ask for the goals and get the goals as well. Otherwise this could be turning pretty nasty, as his defence seems to be opening up left, right and centre now.
See what he's got. Nice passing from the Doctor. Just can't get that last pass off. Far too quick. I don't know why he doesn't try and dribble it out. Just because you can pass it doesn't mean you need to pass it. Maybe dribble it around, get yourself in a better position, or wait for someone else to make their presence better known. I mean, again, this is just a really easy pass that just went begging there. Ronaldo finds Ramirez. Ramirez goes for the finesse at near post. The ball is kept on. This is dangerous here. Ronaldo gets the header. It's going to be cleared by DrErhano in the end. He does still maintain the ball in his possession.
Yeah, it's risky to keep the ball in then, especially where it went. There's a few times I've been caught guilty of that. Going to clear it up the pitch and it ends up just bobbling round in the 6-yard area. With the players Spencer's got as well, I would have expected maybe another opportunity to make it 4.
DrErhano. The furthest I've seen him up the pitch for a while now. Plays it back to Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale on the ball. Is he going to go for the cross? You've got to try something. Not all about having the perfect moment and the perfect opportunity. Sometimes you do have to take a gamble, and that's what FIFA's all about. That's what football's all about, is taking your opportunities where you can. Could be really out of the game for the majority of it, and all of a sudden that one opportunity appears for you and you take it in full stride. Get yourself, you reap the rewards of that opportunity. I think that for me, maybe it's just the new game. Maybe it's these guys playing each other for the first time. They're trying to feel it out, trying to get a hold of how the game plays. I mean, it's still new in its lifespan. Obviously, there's still a lot you need to learn about the game that people haven't quite discovered. The best thing about last year was even in the last tournaments, there were things that people were discovering about how to play the game. There's definitely time to learn things and kind of rectify your mistakes. But I'd like to see people taking a few more risks. Play the lottery, if you will, a little bit more. The ball's played inside. There. Oh, I thought that was in.
How he missed that one, I'll never know. As for talking about the game now, I wouldn't say it's still new. Maybe newish on the patch, which was the latest change in the game. But by that time, the likes of Spencer and everyone who plays it on a daily basis, and obviously make money from playing FIFA, they'll be used to the game by now. And I can't see it changing again even until potentially FIFA 17.
Really struggling to get that ball under control. Spencer's given him a lifeline to breathe a little bit more. He gives him away a free kick. 3-0 in his first leg. Obviously, we've still got a second leg to play in this second quarter-final. We'll have to see whether DrErhano can have a better second crack at this one. As he plays it inside to Gareth Bale, tries to find that one extra pass, which arguably wasn't necessary. He looks like he might pay here as Ronaldo's going through. DrErhano does well to defend that one. Once again, looking to find player on possession. Does cross it over. DrErhano can't really get much. Every time he's moving forward, there's just that one opportunity to kind of get the pass off or dribble. It just seems to be the wrong choice in the end, and that seems to be the story of this game for him, is the choices he's made have always been, well, I'd say the majority of the time have been the wrong ones.
He just seems to be walking into a brick wall against Spencer's defence. It's solid. That's what he needed as well, because Spencer was giving up a lot of goals pre to this, and this is where he needed to load it up, because Obviously, we've seen the likes of August as well scoring a lot of goals against Harry. If you can't score the goals against them type of opponents, then you're going to have to defend against them as well.
Here we go.
Risky
Coming up
pass that
to
one.
the last 2 minutes of stoppage time. 3-0 in this game for Spencer. So he's going to be in a nice, comfortable position going into this one. There's the final whistle, that first leg. Not much emotion on his face. I think DrErhano's kind of just like, okay, we just got to settle down here, move into this next half, forget about it. It's a new game. Just go out there and give a good performance. I think when you are in a situation where you're down this thing, you just got to be like, okay, that last game didn't count. It doesn't matter anymore. It's a new game, new day. Let's start fresh and, you know, play my game. And you could easily find that that's happened. It's not like DrErhano couldn't go and win this next game 3-0.
No, but we've seen it where he's come back. He's been 2-0 down before, brought it back to 2-2, went on to the next game and won that one, even though it was against Harry. Nothing taken away from that one. But he doesn't look... He looks defeated already.
Yeah, he does.
Just looking at him. And Spence obviously looks calm and collected and ready for the next round.
He looks like he needs an emergency dose of puppies or something, you know, to just lighten the mood a bit. He looks a bit down.
Or just randomly giving someone some
just
puppies.
like get a box of puppies and bring them into the booth. And you're like, come on, mate, cheer up. You're here playing FIFA on a Saturday evening.
That.
Oh, I don't know.
Don't do that up and off. Chocolate or coffee, you know?
I don't know. Something that cheers him up. Like puppies would cheer me up. Don't know. Anyway, so Spencer just there, obviously getting himself set up for this second leg. What do you think DrErhano's got to do apart from, you know, cheer himself up?
Score 3 goals.
And apart from scoring 3 goals?
Get the first goal.
Apart from doing that?
He needs confidence. He needs to show that he can score in front of goal because he's not having the chances, he's not getting the shots away. And that's obviously letting Spencer catch him on the counter and George Best having a field day outside of the area at the moment.
So we see this team here, DrErhano up front. I'm a big fan of him, actually. I really like playing with him, and he's got a strong team around him to help that out. We're seeing quite a bit of this kind of Vidal, Boateng, Alaba on the left side. We're seeing sort of like another hybrid from a league on the right side, and then up front we see this Bale, Cristiano Ronaldo, and then there tends to be a legend in there to help the chemistry and link everyone up. It's quite a... Seems like that's almost the meta that I'm seeing quite a lot in this 4-3-2-1. Then people seem to switch it up to like a 4-3-1-2 in the end.
It's a bit of a weird, like I know there's some certain players which a lot of people aim to use, the likes of Alaba, Boateng, and obviously Neuer as well. And then obviously if you can throw Vidal in there, that's another 86 rated player. Only one legend as well, DrErhano. It's a strange one because he's not getting the ball to him.
I think if you're playing DrErhano, maybe play him at a cam or play him as a second striker. Just, I don't know about a lone striker. I suppose, well, he has switched to a 4-3-1-2 in the end, so he's probably playing Bale and Ronaldo up front and DrErhano's playing behind him, so that's fair enough in that sense. But I think maybe there might have been some other players he could go for. DrErhano doing a good job of getting that early pressure. I think that's possibly one of his first shots, really, in the game.
First decent opportunity, especially.
Unfortunately, it goes begging as he doesn't manage to convert it. And here comes Spencer, plays to Hullet. A brick wall does not break that wall on that occasion. DrErhano moving forward. Plays a nice 1-2. Spencer on the attack. Loses out to the Doctor again. Lovely ball through to Bale. If Bale can reach that in the end, has he got the legs for it? He does manage to keep it on. Goes for the skill inside. Unfortunately, not going to get a free kick for it, though. Here comes Griezmann with a nice dummy for his legs. Griezmann, has he got the pace to outdo Boateng here? Cuts inside, places to Hullet. Hullet does not manage to get the turn off. And the Doc sees that one out.
It's a nice play by Spencer, taking it on the wing, getting a corner out of it as well. There is one thing I've noticed with the defenders of Doctor as well. He's got Ramos and Boateng. The work rates of them two defenders as together can be a little bit messy. But he's doing well to hold them as a straight back line.
The Doc plays that one over the top. DrErhano charging it down, doesn't get to the end of it, unfortunately. Spencer clears that one out. The Doc's still on the attack, though. He's got quite a few numbers forward. Does go begging, and Spencer claims that one as he moves forward. George Best tries the heel-to-heel round that player. Doesn't work out. Hullet knocks that on onto Carl Walker. Carl Walker not able to get to the end of it. Doc is moving it forward down this left-hand side. Again, it's taken away. LeBlanc picks that one up. Best going to play it forward. Griezmann trying to latch onto the end of it. He somehow out-muscles him, looking to cut inside. Ball rolls inside. Hullet picks it up. Ball roll and the finesse. Saved
Brilliant
by Neuer.
save. That would have been game over right there if Spencer had got that one. So dealing with a lot of pressure now is Doctor in his defence.
Ramirez picks it up, goes for the finesse. It hits the post this time. Please tell me we're not going to see a repeat of the last game where the Doc just pulls out this unbelievable comeback. Spencer can't be able to put it away. 20 minutes gone in this second leg. 3-0 to Spencer, aka Epsilon Gorilla. Doc trying desperately to fight his way out of this predicament. Just can't seem to get hold of the ball for long enough to make something happen for himself. Trying desperately until the end. Iniesta on the ball.
I would say he's got like 25 minutes to try and get that first opportunity, try and get the goal as well. Otherwise, it's looking like we could be seeing the second half just full of full-out pressure and leaving gaps in the defence to take that risk, you know. And the last person you want to leave gaps in the defence against is Spencer, because he will punish you.
Absolutely.
Him and August actually have proven that they can do that.
Good defending there. Doc is going to get himself a throw on. Marcos is going to take this one. Finds Gareth Bale. Bale tries to go around the player. It doesn't work out. It ends off the pitch. Got the throw in here. Plays it short to Ramirez. It's tackled by the Doc. He's got a great opportunity here. Ronaldo on the ball. Just trying to toy with the defence, and it's not going to work out. Spencer is not fooled easily like that. The Doc has picked it up. Scoop turn around the player. Doesn't work out. George Best trying to pass it now. It just seems like people can't quite get a hold of the ball and are so desperate to get rid of it. Butragueno hits the side netting. That could have been the start of the comeback, but no. It goes begging again.
That was the opportunity he needed to put away as well just before the 30th minute. Would have been a nice finish. And Butragueno proving that he's not the best at finishing.
Butragueno does not find his man that time. What is it that the Doc needs to do? I mean, he doesn't seem to have these opportunities. Finding a few more in this second leg, but he doesn't seem to be able to finish them.
He's holding possession very well now. He's actually getting into Spencer's area. Just needs to work on his finishing, but it's not a time to work on your finishing in the quarterfinals of Play Like a Legend.
Very true. Doc likes that one. Still got a lot of players up in Spencer's half. He's got to be careful he's not hit on the break. Bullet with a terrible pass there. Not likely to see that too often. Ronaldo with a great ball roll. Fake drag back. Does go over to Spencer though.
He's going to pick that up. He's going to square that across as well.
Neymar on the ball. It's a man free in the middle. Neymar going on the way. McGiddy spins on the outside. Fake shot. Here's the tap in. No, it's saved. George Best picks up the loose end. He goes for the shot and it's grabbed by Neuer and it held. Here comes the Doctor on the counter-attack now. Approaching the 40th minute. Can the Doctor do something? He has to get a goal now, otherwise you're going to find himself in a situation where he just simply can't come back. There won't be enough time to be able to do it.
As someone told Spencer, there's extra money or something for the Gola tournament, because that one was
Is that a thing?
I don't think it is a thing. I've not seen it mentioned, but that'd have been a nice goal he went for then. Spencer must feel comfortable now, 3-0 up.
Lovely. Hullet chasing that all the way down. George Best picks it up. Lovely shot across goal. Neuer grabs that one and holds onto it again. Here comes the Doc. Quick passing. Wants to really eagerly get himself forward. This is really good passing actually from the Doc. Great tackle there to kill the momentum that he was building up there. Doc on the ball once more. Gareth Bale, the man in possession of the ball. Scoop turn inside, finds the pass. It's knocked on once again to Vidal. Vidal finds Butragueno. Butragueno turns inside, finesses it, is saved by Neuer. Ronaldo on the rebound. Can he find someone in the middle? There it is! And finally, Butragueno gets his goal. Long overdue, just on the stroke of half-time as well. It had been coming, to be fair to Doc. And he has prescribed himself a lifeline into this game.
I like that wordplay. That was very good.
That was like one of the most overused jokes last year, I'm not going to lie. I've been waiting to use it for something, and I was just like, you know what? I'm throwing this in because if he gets knocked out, I won't have an opportunity to use it later on. So we have a game on our hands. It is 3-1 to Spencer, and Spencer's had a really good game so far. Likewise, Doctor has been able to keep him at bay. He's invited a lot of pressure onto himself. And how does he need to change this one? Maybe he doesn't need to go so much on tilt, but then again, he has got time going up against him.
He's doing all right now. He wasn't getting the chances before. Obviously, towards the end of that half, he did get a very, very nice goal. Annoyed Spencer as well. We saw a shake of the head there as we went to him. But Spencer just needs to play patient. But he's holding the ball very well against Spencer and holding it for a majority of the time as well. 61%. It'll be around that again, won't it?
Yeah,
he felt like he held the ball for quite a long time that half.
Yeah, I think it was quite a common thing that Spencer doesn't tend to hold the ball too much because he plays such quick, aggressive football that he's not too bothered about whether he's holding the ball or losing it because he knows he can defend it very comfortably. And when he does get the ball, he makes the most of the opportunities that he does get with it rather than holding on to the possession. The stats aren't really that much that bother him at the end of the day. It's just about the result. Let's see how this second half goes. DrErhano did a good job of making that goal happen for himself. Let's see a little bit more. He does need to be a bit more aggressive with his pressure because obviously hasn't got too long, 40 minutes left before he's staring at the face of defeat and being eliminated from the tournament. I have 2 more quarterfinals after this game. Obviously, those are going to be Brian and Timox, and I believe the last one is Aga Rosemeyer and one other player who
still isn't confirmed.
Still hasn't been confirmed for us who it is. So we'll have to update you on that one soon to be. But the next one after this will be Vitality Brian versus Timox, Acer Timox. So that'll be a really good game. Probably the best game of the day so far. Wasted ball there from Spencer. It's going to go out for a throw-in. Here comes the Doctor. Try and work this quickly. Big driven ball out. It doesn't work out. Spencer gets hold of it. Just toying with him as well. He can't be too... He's got to be careful in a situation like that. Anything that goes wrong could give it away and give the ball up. Goal goes against him, and that's pretty much game over at that point. He's done well to get himself back in this game. Let's not take too many risks. Neymar on the ball, in the box. Ball rolling in. It tries to find the man in the middle. It's not going to happen.
No, that was the opportunity he needed to get that other goal back. He's going for the safe option as well. He's not taking any risks. And I think it's about time he starts taking risks now because only 30 minutes left of his experience in Play Like a Legend.
Now we're actually offside there, so that's another opportunity. Not going to happen for the Doc. Under half an hour left. Not winning possession of that. Spencer, he's not really holding the ball very much, is he? He's quite comfortable with what's going on. He's not too afraid to lose possession of the ball in the pursuit of another goal.
No, well, that's always the thing when I played Spencer. I've held possession on him. I actually beat him once. So that's the 5th time I've mentioned that today now. That I've beat
You should
him.
put that in your Twitter bio.
I think it is. I think it's on my Twitch bio. I'm not 100% sure. But Spencer always prides himself in the fact that he'll score more goals than he'll concede.
What was the score when you beat him?
Oh, it's 3-1.
Really?
Yeah, it was an interesting one. But I was playing a counter-attacking style against him. But I played him after that. He knows
that worked.
Yeah, he knows how to shut me up now, which is annoying. I don't like losing as well, so I'm refusing to play him again.
Fine, Vidal doesn't work out for him. Spencer sloppily giving away the ball. All he's got to do is just calm it down at this point. He does find his way through with Neymar. Neymar's not going to find the pass in the end, and it's cleared by the Doc. Doc's got a great opportunity to counter-attack here. He has got the numbers forward for himself. Plays it out to Aubameyang. Finds Vidal in the centre. Got to make sure these passes count. DeMarcos picks it up. Tries to go on the outside. Spencer reads him like a book.
Doc needs to change something now. It's the 71st minute, only 18 minutes plus the extra injury time of this, and he's not had any opportunities for about 20 minutes now.
Spencer doing well to defend like he has done all game long. Modric finds Bale. Bale with DeMarcos. Here comes a cross. Trying something a bit different. Aubameyang tries the pass inside. Spencer takes that one away, and it is going to be an offside decision going against the Doc.
But probably lucky that one was given offside, because Spencer had a very heavy attack then to get break on forward.
15 minutes left. Best finds Neymar. Neymar cuts back inside. Goes for a cross, actually. Very early. Just about misses that one.
Unlucky, I never made contact with that.
It easily been that goal that Spencer's been looking for in this game. Neymar on the ball. Finds Ramirez. Ramirez finds Neymar. Sloppy play here from both of these players. Not really holding on to the ball quickly enough. They're giving it away very easily and cheaply. Not really the kind of time you want to be giving away the ball. Lovely skill from DrErhano to just shuffle out of the way there. Here comes Ronaldo. Cuts back inside. Body feints to try and throw Spencer off. He's not being given that one away. That's a really sloppy pass again to Hullet. Neymar's picked it up this time. Lovely back heel. Best can't find the pass. Again, we get another free kick.
Nice foul to give away that one. Just running down the minutes.
Here's the Doc. Goes for the fake. Passes it off to Ronaldo. Ronaldo tries to dribble around. It is well tackled by Spencer. And here comes Spencer. He has got the man advantage here. Can he find the ball? He does give it away to Ronaldo. Good tracking back from Alaba, though. Ronaldo's got to try and hold him off. He comes inside. Ronaldo does some great skill. Can he find the pass? He does. Neymar can't finish it, however. You've got to finish that like it's your last meal, son. We are in the closing stages of this game. I think it's far too late for DrErhano to bring something back. But as I say that, here he comes with Ronaldo. Spencer again, just solid with his defending. There's the ball to Ronaldo. Ronaldo's charging in on goal. Can someone follow him down? Here's the fake. Rabona plays it to Neymar. Neymar with the shot. That's game there. Epsilon Gorilla's going to be going through to the semi-final. Great worked goal from him. He had to say it was coming. He finally gets his rewards in it. And there you go. It looks like DrErhano will be going out.
I think that's what happens when you push everything forward. Obviously, when you're coming up against Ronaldo and Neymar, it's very dangerous. Dangerous counter-attack you're going to come against. Clinical finish as well. That's game over.
3 minutes of stoppage time. Just a formality at this stage to see the game out. Let's see if DrErhano can at least win this kind of game for himself. You know, at least win the leg. It would be something to take away from here. He can at least say, well, I won the leg at the end of the day. May not have got all the goals to show for it, but be something to take away. Here's Ronaldo with another one. Can he get the goal? Yes, he is going to get it. It's 5-1 on aggregate. Ronaldo bags himself another goal in this series, and Gorilla is really starting to show what he's made of now.
Yeah, definitely a nice result going into the semi-finals for Spencer.
Lovely stuff. And I think DrErhano is pretty much just given up on that situation. There you have it. Final whistle goes. Gorilla is going to be going through to the semi-final. Definitely one of the tournament favours here. Has put himself to further himself in the tournament. And it was a very convincing win from him. Played well throughout. Maybe needs to work on a bit of the passing game when it comes to not being too sloppy and giving away, because he come up against players like Vitality, Brian and Agarozamai. You can't afford to give away passes like that. You're going to get punished for it. And Spencer, I don't know what you thought about that game, but it's looking like our former Play Like a Legend champion in Gorilla is starting to show exactly why he won so many tournaments last year.
Yeah, he's still got it. A lot of people towards the end of last year's game were questioning whether he could adapt to FIFA 16. They were saying, you know, it's going to be a slower game. It's not going to suit his style as much. I think he's pretty much put that to rest, hasn't he?
Definitely, yeah. He's looking comfortable. He's looking happy as well. And obviously walking away with two victories over both legs is impressive. I
think the really interesting thing about that game was that it looked at a point like he was going to settle to take the loss in the second game because he knew he was going through. Sort of, you could tell he almost thought about keeping the ball in the corner of Ronaldo, then he went, I'm going to go for it. Ends up getting 2 late goals.
Plays like a champion.
Exactly. So, what I say about Gorilla, he doesn't just play like a champion, he plays like he just always wants to score goals.
Yeah.
which is great. Let's take a look at the bracket as it stands, because we've now had a couple of quarterfinals, plenty of goals in there, 9 goals between Kurt and Afro. What a turnaround from Afro that game. I was on the edge of my seat for that one. He's through. Surprised to see Kurt leave at this stage. No surprise in the Gorilla DrErhano game. I think we all predicted that. Gorilla is through. That's going to set up a nice little semi-final here. Afro, nothing to lose against Gorilla. And this is where obviously money gets into it as well. If you get through to the final, you're definitely taking home at least $2,000, and obviously a third, fourth place playoff is going to get $1,000 as well. 2 big quarterfinals coming up. Brian versus Timox in the game that we all pretty much agreed is the game of the round.
Will be the best game so far in the tournament. I still can't believe Kurt went out. I just couldn't believe it. I mean, he was so solid, but I said you invite people into your own half and give them that kind of time and possession, you're going to find that you are going to concede goals. And unfortunately for him, his opportunities, he just couldn't put them away, and it didn't go his way at the end of the day. So it's definitely something to think about going into the next tournaments.
Also, that last player that we didn't confirm before who went into that fourth quarterfinal was Poacher. He did make it through in the end, so he's going to be taking part in a quarterfinal as well. For this big game coming up, Brian versus Timox, who do you think is going to take the win?
I was impressed with Brian.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to stay with Brian. He looked composed, clean as well, and obviously scored a lot of goals. Timox conceded a few, didn't he? I don't know. How about you? I'm going with Brian, though.
I'll go with Brian. I think he's playing a solid game. I wouldn't be surprised if Brian won the whole thing. He's playing very, very well.
I agree. I mean, I think if we hadn't known that Timox qualified so well and so powerful, in qualification points, we wouldn't actually be that impressed with him today. No. We'd be pretty much like, I said, certainty that Brian's going to win. But we know Timox has that in his locker. One of the reasons he has that in his locker is he's got a great squad, and that's something that you need FIFA points to get. So you guys watching on the Xbox Live Event Player, you can actually click on the screen now and get yourself some FIFA points, which obviously is going to allow you to open packs, buy players, improve your team, something that a lot of people will do. I'd love to open a cheeky pack or two right now. I don't know if we can sort that out. No, we can't. But yeah, I actually, when I was filming Expensive Tea Game Academy here last week, I was just opening some packs in between, waiting for another game to start, and I packed Luis Suarez.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
That's actually my best pack of the entire year, and I got it just casually. Wasn't even game capturing it. Gutted. But yeah, so that's the sort of thing you can expect to get in a pack. If you get some points, you can get it on the screen. Don't even have to leave the stream. That's the wonder of the Xbox Live Event Player. We're going to have a break now. When we return, next 2 quarterfinals, it's getting hot. It's getting feisty. We're nearly at the end, guys. These games mean a lot. See you soon.